right? We're legit a part of their crew. We're all going to Mania, right? I'm dressing up as Mankind, Mick Foley's Mankind on night one.
I thought you were going to be Stone Cold.
I'm being Stone Cold on night two. I'm being Stone Cold on night two.
You know, it's just had the ball in
Yeah,
hand,
dude.
so you know.
I'm being Stone Cold on night two. But here's how cool that the wrestling thing, so many people are going to say it's fake and it's all this. One, physically, it's real.
Thank you. You taking a
It
bump.
is real, dude.
What's up, world? Welcome to another episode of Garage Talks 5417 podcast. As you know, I'm your host, Desmond Reynolds, and we have a wonderful guest that stopped by for a conversation in the garage. We're definitely fortunate to have him. He has such a busy schedule. So let me go ahead and introduce him real quick. He got his third consecutive Coach of the Year. They're headed into a deep state playoff run for Thurston High basketball. So it's an honor for him to really take time out of his day and be here with us for a conversation. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce head coach of Thurston, Blaine. What it do, baby? Chilling,
How's my guy?
Hey, you know, we good. I have you pull that mic over there, B. You know, we good. It's Monday.
Yeah.
Fresh start to a week.
Yep.
I tell you, I woke up feeling really good. I was like, okay, I got Blaine coming in tonight. We're going to have a good workout, a good day. And then let me tell you how things work. I go to walk my dog and I come home and this door right here to the garage wouldn't open.
Oh, no.
Bro, I never had a latch to a door break.
Just the latch broke.
Just the latch.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, let me MacGyver it.
Sure.
Take off the handle. I was like, I got this. Take it off. The whole latch just won't move.
Yep.
Door's just shut.
Yep.
So, okay, this ain't going to stop my day. My cousin, aka my sister, I call her, she plays for OSU, so they're in the tournament. So I said, okay, I got about an hour till her game starts. Man, I'm over here just biting my tongue trying to get this latch. Finally, I just said, you know what? I'll come back to you. I'll come back and figure you out. Go watch her game. Thank God they won. So I was like, okay, that puts me in a better mood. Come back to this house. I was like, all right, I got to get this latch. Shout out to my guy, Cedric. Cedric comes out, coach, and he's like, we just got to take it off the hinges.
Yep.
So long story short, took it off the hinges, hit Jerry's, got a whole new doorknob, fixed it.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy.
It was either that or kick it down.
I was
One
close.
of the two.
I was close.
One of the two. But that's happened before, you know. You can take it off the hinges. I've done that before. Sometimes you have to drill the lock out.
Right.
That's the MacGyver, dude. Just figure out a way.
Man, B, I was trying. Yeah. I was like, man, that's probably the most important door to my house, man.
Yeah.
I said, I need this door.
It was just a test. It was a Monday test.
Oh, man. I think I passed, man.
You did.
Took some breaths and just called it good.
Yeah. I mean, you got to go do something to take your mind off of it, and the Beavs win, and you come back with a fresh mindset and ready to attack it from a different angle.
That part.
There you go.
That's the coaching. You look at you talking.
I mean, you got just problem solving, right? Like that's all coaching is.
Yeah.
It's all playing anything is. It's just problem solving. So like, how do you react?
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to take a step away and, all right, I got to go do something else. Let me come back to this.
Let me come back to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think people forget that in today's world. Everyone's so just dead focused on this. And it's like, sometimes you just got to go eat some pie and chill.
Instant gratification society, right?
Mm.
Like everything is at your fingertips. And everything you order something on Amazon and most of the time it's at your doorstep the next day.
Isn't that
or in
crazy?
some situations the same day on a drone, right?
Man.
And I think patience is one of those things that's been lost by so many people. And the ability to problem solve, because you can just look anything up and you can, I want this, boom, bought. I need to solve this problem, boom, YouTube.
Done.
Whatever it is, right? And so being able to like take a step back and have a patient problem solving mindset is a skill that is not common as much these days. So, but you strike me as the type who is I've always thought you've always been so intriguing to me because you are you're like one of the nicest people I've ever met in my entire life.
Oh man, thank you.
But you treat everyone so well.
Thank you.
But I've always thought you had a really optimistic outlook on everything. It's just the vibe and the energy I've always gotten from you. It's like, I've never heard this dude say anything bad about anybody. I've never gotten a bad vibe from him. He's like the most positive, uplifting person I've ever been around.
Thank you.
It's
Thank
so
you,
cool, dude. And so it doesn't shock me at all for you to say, all right, I'm going to go do this. I'm going to come back. I'm going to have a different mindset.
Yeah.
And let's go.
Thank you.
So it makes sense.
For sure. For sure. Thank you, man. I had to catch myself. I knew I was hitting that point. I said, let me just go see my parents because we all watch the games together.
Yeah.
So thank you for that.
Yeah, of course, dude.
Speaking of that, as far as instant gratification and things, I mean, you're a varsity coach. What is this, your 12th year?
I think so. Yeah, something like that. I lost track. They all blend together.
He's
but
out.
Yeah, it's like 11 or 12 or something like that.
No, that's good. You don't count the years. You make the years count.
That right there is a bar. Just bar.
Got you. Got you. You in a safe space. We have good talk. With that being said, how you keep your kids focused? How you keep the team, hey, this is the goal?
We try to be really consistent talking about process over product. So we have to be process oriented in what we do. And if we take care of that process, the product will take care of itself. And we have to be regular and consistent with that message. Because at the end of the day, they're high school kids. They have a lot going on, whether it's school, personal life, social life, athletics. A lot of them balance multiple sports. They all come from different backgrounds. And you just have to be able to refocus them because we talked about it a little, just a minute ago. Instant gratification society, short attention span society as well, because we're so akin to instant gratification. And so you can't ever assume that they are thinking what you want them to think. So you remind them. And so we talk a lot about being process oriented. Like right now, we're getting ready to go to the state tournament. And it's easy to go to the state tournament and think, oh, we want to win a state title. That's not our mindset. Our mindset is we're going to take care of our process. We're going to do what we do. We have to do it better than the other team does what they do. And if we do that over a 3-game stretch, the product will take care of itself. That the product is winning. For us, the process has to be the central and core focus. And so really trying to teach those guys to just really focus on the process. The back end of that is we tell them how you do something is how you do everything. Right? So if you don't jump to the ball defensively, right? You probably, when you get home, don't do the dishes every day. Right?
Yes.
You might not brush your teeth every day. It's a matter of, am I going to do what I'm supposed to do because I was asked to do it? If you do that all the time, then you do it all the time. Mm-hmm. If you half-ass it, you probably have success sometimes and don't when it becomes really hard.
Do you ever have parents coming up to you? Maybe they are half-assing some things, but they get under Thurston's program. Do you ever have parents come up to you and say, hey, my kid is doing so much better in these other areas of life now that they're under your program?
Not just parents, but kids too. Like that's the best part of it. Like that's the fruit of coaching is the connections and relationships you build. It's not the wins and losses. It's not going to state or winning state titles or anything like that. The best part of it is the relationships you build with families and with kids and getting to hear them come back. It just happened on senior night. We had a look across the gym and there's a group of 6 of our former players, all graduated in the last few years sitting there. And one of them comes over to me and he had, his freshman year, he short temper, kind of hard to coach. Ended up being in a really, really bad car accident when he was in high school. And wasn't sure if he was going to live, right? Like type deal. And now he works for Bigfoot Beverages here in town and is just crushing it and doing so good at life. And both his mom and his dad and him on separate occasions have said, we can't thank you enough for what you meant to him and what you taught him.
Wow.
And that's one of so many kids that we've coached, right?
Right.
We're really, really blessed in our program to have phenomenal kids and phenomenal parents. All of them, man. Like the Thurston community has been so good to me and my family, because there's so many great people in that community. And I think any coach would say that about their community, but it's the 100% truth for what I've experienced as a coach. I've been coaching at Thurston for 23 years. I've been the head coach for 12. I've been in that community for so long, and it's the same thing all the time. Just great people who want to be successful and will allow you to coach their kid to success.
Absolutely.
And I think because of that, we've had a massive impact on so many kids who now get to come back and give me a big hug wherever I run into them. Like, that's the best part. It's my favorite part.
For sure.
I got wedding invitations for this summer from people, and it's really cool. Like, so
the win is the cherry on top to that.
it is, right?
The win, and of course we have a job to do and a goal.
Yeah.
But to build with the community and affect lives and change lives is, I mean, the ultimate outcome.
The games and the sport is just a vessel, right? That's just a vessel to something bigger. You asked the question earlier, like, how do you guys stay focused and what kind of stuff do you talk about? The other thing we talk about that I think has had a big impact is that we can't be destination based. We have to be journey based. And what we mean by that is, like, we're never a finished product, but everything I talk to these guys about, I'm very pointed and direct that it's not basketball, it's life, right? You strike me as a journey type of guy, right?
Yeah.
Because it's always like, okay, cool, I accomplished this. What's next? Right? How good can I be at this? I've leveled up. What's the next level? I've mastered this. Let me master something else. And it's the same way with our kids. That's what we try to push them to do, is like, okay, cool, we accomplished a goal. Let's go get another one. I know there's times when you don't. You have to deal with failure. And I think that's one of the cool things about high school athletics is we can teach young people how to deal with failure, because failure is just the first attempt in learning. That's what FAIL stands for. First attempt in learning. Oh, gotcha. Right?
Gotcha.
And I'm saying all these things, and if our players are listening, they're going to be like, "Oh, I've heard that before, and I've heard that before, and I've heard that before."
They're going to be listening.
They're going to know.
Have you done a podcast before?
I've done interviews. I've done.
I know you've been on the news.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever done a podcast. This might be the first one.
Okay, yeah.
Long form. This is the first long form for sure.
Okay.
So
they're gonna be on you. They're gonna be listening.
They will.
Kids love this stuff.
I love it.
No, it's cool, because what I'm hearing from you too, D, is, and my dad, I always love this about my mom and dad. They weren't too hard on me about basketball, and we talk about this all the time, because they realize after high school, potentially that could be it.
Mm-hmm.
And so you have to be prepared for life. And that's cool. Everything I'm hearing from you is life-based. Everything you said is applicable to the job.
Yep.
Everything's applicable to how you react when your boss is on you. Are you late? You're asked to do this task and you want to be promoted. Are you going to do the task half-ass?
Yep.
Or are you going to go and get that done?
Yeah.
I will say, just playing high school sports, it benefited me so much, Blaine, in the workforce. I would have people come up to me, how do you handle? I play basketball.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of studies show if you play a team sport, it reflects in the workforce.
We do a fair amount of hiring at my job, and most of the time it's young people. And I love hiring athletes because they know how to be a part of a team. They know what it means to be a part of a team. They know what it's like to have a role. Mm. And sometimes it's not the role they want, but you still have a job to do.
Right.
And they can be coached.
Coachable.
Right.
Man.
And that's something that is, I don't know if it's a dying trend or just something that people don't want, but man, being coachable is one of the biggest skills you can have. The ability to take criticism, to take feedback and say, how can I let that make me better? And a lot of people have a hard time with that. And those are the people who, whether it's sports or a job, probably aren't great teammates and don't last very long. And so we really try to make sure we hammer all those things home with our kids. And I hope and pray all of them are successful. And I tell all of them, like, I want one of you guys to be my boss one day. Like that's how I know I've made it. Is if you're my boss someday.
What do you guys back to coaching? If there's a kid coming in, he's an 8th grader right now, 7th grader. What do you guys look for them to make the team?
So 1, how coachable are you? 2, how hard do you play? 3, how invested are you? 4, what kind of teammate are you? Right? So breaking each of them down, like how coachable are you? Like if we can't coach you, then you're going to have a hard time playing for us, for anybody, not just us, but for anybody, because you're always going to think you know more or should get more, or you're not going to listen, or, insert whatever here. Right. If you don't play hard, that's just the expectation. That's what wearing the T on your chest means. All right. You play for Thurston, you play hard. If you don't play hard, you can't play in our program. You have to play hard. That's what we do. And it takes no skill to do it. It's a mindset, right? You have to be invested in the game because it's a hard game. It's a hard game. There's so much that goes into it, skill-wise and repetition-wise. And I'm not trying to crap on any other sport here, but like if you're an uber athlete, you can go play wide receiver and just run past everyone and go catch the gosh darn ball. Right. Or if you're just bigger, stronger, faster, you can go dominate in high school football without even having great technique. Right. But if you're an uber athlete on the basketball court, it doesn't always translate. You still have to be able to shoot it. You still have to be able to dribble it. You still have to be able to defend.
Yeah.
You have to do those things.
Absolutely.
And so, like, to me, basketball is this free flowing, constant form of art. And you have to be committed to your art. Like, how many people just go out there and get a canvas and start painting a masterpiece? They probably put in some work to do it. I think basketball is a lot like that. And then the last one is, I don't even remember what the last one was. It must not have been that important. But you have to do those things. You have to be coachable. You have to play hard. You have to be invested in what you're doing and invested in what we're doing. You have to be a good teammate. That's what it was.
Okay, so I wanted to ask you that, B. Do you think, what's being a good teammate? Do you believe in kids on the team should hang out outside of basketball?
Yeah. Okay. I think you do need to hang out outside. And does that mean you have to be best friends with everyone that's on your team? No, it's just reality that you're not going to be. You're just not going to be. But I think the great teams do things together. We try to create a lot of organic touches by our guys, whether it's going to tournaments over Christmas and staying in the hotel, which is like what all of them talk about. Like they don't, senior night and beyond, you're like, what was your favorite basketball memory? And they don't say like winning this game or anything like that. They all say the bus ride, the trip to wherever during Christmas, staying in the hotel. Like they enjoy those times being around each other, and it makes your team better because they're willing to fight for each other. You build trust with each other. You understand how each other work and tick. Man. Like if all you do is show up to practice and play and you never spend any time with your teammates, how are you supposed to know anything about them? How are you supposed to know how to motivate them? How are you supposed to know who you can get on and who you can't?
Man, I've seen, there's nothing like having distrust between teammates or animosity. It just creates the nastiest. It's just, oh my goodness. I've been a part of it. I see it. Mm-hmm. It's the worst. It's
negative energy.
Yeah, it's toxic. Yeah,
it's toxic. Absolutely. And that's the word for it right there that we use is toxic. Gotcha. Both in the workplace and on our team is like, it's a toxic mindset. You can't have it because the reality is that the only thing more contagious than a good attitude is a bad attitude. And that's the toxicity that we're talking about, right? Is like, say that you work with 9 different people, right? You're number 10 and number 4 doesn't like anyone they work with, doesn't like coming to work. And they walk in the door and they're an energy vampire and they suck all the energy out of a room. Well, that affects everyone else and how they do their job.
Absolutely.
And so it doesn't matter if it's a workplace or a team, you gotta fix those energy vampires.
Absolutely.
Cool thing about high school and high school sports is you have time to do that and you have flexibility to do that. And there's not something like their check on the line, right? It could be something they love. It could be but it's not their livelihood. They're not putting food on the table playing high school basketball. That's true. And so you have time to say, hey, we got to fix it. And if we can't fix it, this may not be for you.
There we go. It's so true. It's so funny you say that. I've had that in my work career. I've had that one employee where everybody else is good, but that one comes in and it just, oh my gosh, Blaine. It just, even I got to a point, I said, yo, something got to change here.
Yeah.
So it's so true. It's absolutely true.
Yeah. And for you to get to that point probably takes a lot because of how you live your life and the optimism you live your life with. So if it's affecting you, then it's already affected everybody else. Right?
Exactly.
Because like
exactly.
That's you in a nutshell. You're positive, and I want to do everything I can to help you, but for you to get to that point, it has to be serious. And that's true energy vampire, man. They just suck the energy out of whoever they're around in whatever room they're in.
Man, let me tell you. And it's so true. Adults do that, man. I'd be like, golly. I used to be like, there's no way you're like this every day. There's no way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come in.
Yeah. Some people are. Yeah. Right. Some people are. And you hope and pray they figure it out. But at the same time, like, if they don't want to be helped or don't want to change, then the odds of them doing that are probably not high. And so you just have to invest in them less.
And B, that's the crazy part. That same person I'm referring to, they finally, after I would say maybe 2 years of this, year and a half, finally left. Mm-hmm. And they would still come in just to do their personal business. Happiest as ever. Yeah. It's like an aura just start glowing on that person. I said, see there.
And so they probably didn't enjoy what they were doing. Right. Mm-hmm. And that's okay. Like, you probably could have told that person 100 times, like, look, you probably need to go find something else to do. And we love you. Yeah. And we're going to love you out the door. And we're going to love you anytime we bump into you. But gosh darn it, you need to go do something else because this isn't serving you. And because it's not serving you, it's not serving us.
Yeah. You got other people. You got the other 10 you got to look at and consider.
Yeah.
You got to.
Yeah. And you have to make yourself like, if you don't enjoy doing something, why do you continue to do it? Man. And I know some people feel like they're stuck and there's no way out because of finances or a relationship or where they live or what there's so many factors that go into that. It's not everyone can just say, yep, I don't like that, I'm done. But I think everyone should consider that if they truly feel like they're unhappy. Like, yes, they should. You got to change what you're doing. And
you gotta go where you're celebrated too.
Yeah.
I think that's a big thing. You gotta go where you're celebrated. I mean, and I say that just because, and you were talking about the transfer portal, grass ain't always greener on the other side.
Yeah, right. It's not like,
what you think about that? I'm gonna just say I'm not a big fan of the transfer portal at times.
I'm not a fan of it either, for a few reasons. I'm an old head. All right, I'm an old head. I miss the days when you had players at a university for 3-4 years. They got to like put those roots in the community, to put their roots in the university, to put their roots in the program and develop. I think of guys like, go back to the Ducks Final Four basketball team, right? They had Dylan Brooks. They had Peyton was a freshman that year, Jordan Bell. They had all these dudes who'd been there for 3-4 years with Coach Altman that he had gotten to develop.
Right.
And they didn't all play right away as freshmen. Well, now if you don't play as a freshman, what do?
Go somewhere else.
You go somewhere else, right? And there's no guarantee that the grass is greener. And so that's why I say that, is because sometimes the grass only looks green because it's fertilized with BS. And that's all the transfer portal is like, come play for us. You get this, that, and the other. Mm-hmm. Instead of saying, no, I'm going to stay here. I'm going to grind. I'm going to perfect my craft. I'm going to honor my commitment, right? Which I think in turn teaches you a lot about life and how to work past and through adversity. And you do it in the same spot. I miss that part of college athletics, man.
Right.
And you know, you could get into the whole like amateurism part of it and how they generate all that money for the university. And I do think they need to be compensated in some way. Absolutely. But right now it's just a free for all with no guardrails. And the second you don't like something, you're out, you transfer, or like the worst part about it now is probably that you have to recruit your own players in the middle of your own season. Because if they're not playing enough, they want to leave. If they're playing really well, then other teams see them doing that, and your agent is getting calls from other programs saying, hey, we can give them $3 million next year. Hey. Oh, the next school, we can give them 3.2.
Anything you throw, I say this, money, anything you throw money in, money usually ruins it. Yeah. I mean, you're seeing it with gambling.
Yep.
You're seeing it with, I mean, yeah, I think I'm with you. I like that you said the kids should be compensated. I do too.
Yeah.
I just think it's too much, man. It's too much.
When all of this was kind of like developing, and I don't know the framework or anything about this, but I do know that, in my opinion, there needs to be something tied to them completing their college education in terms of their money, right? So say that a kid has $1 million NIL. Why isn't it like you get 25% now? The other 75% gets released upon your completion of your degree.
So you gotta finish this degree and then we'll, okay.
Yeah, right. And along that way, like, you have to take personal finance classes so you understand what to do with your money. Like, I think there's an opportunity to change people's lives with this money. And for a lot of these kids, it's life-changing money, man.
Oh, man.
Life-changing.
Oh, man.
Take a portion of that helps change their life. Let them change their life right now. But let's teach them how to be responsible with it and to get an education and to walk out of wherever with a degree, which opens so many doors, right? Like, there's an opportunity to do that. And I don't know what all it looks like. And, you know, there's the legalities around everything. But just off the top of my head, I'm like, how do we take the money that's involved and say, okay, cool, let us teach you how to use it and make it work for you?
Could you be a college coach?
I don't think so. I don't know. I don't think I could do that. I got asked the year after we won a state title. Okay. I got asked to go help at Lane Community College with a good friend of mine, Joe White. Graduated from Thurston. He's the associate head coach at Idaho State now.
Shout out Joe. Yes.
Joe's the man. Joe's the man. And I thought about it. I put serious thought to it, but I wasn't ready to leave Thurston. I wanted to coach Isaac and Mason another year.
Dynamic duo.
Dynamic. Such a fun group. I wanted to coach them another year. And I don't think I would like the recruiting part of it. Like, I don't want to have to sell you on why you should go someplace. I just want you to want to be there. Does that make sense?
It does.
Like, I don't want to be a BSer, man. Right. I don't want to be a BSer. And that's a dirty business, and that's a dirty game.
That's how I operate my dating life, man.
Yeah.
I don't
no.
Look, either you want to be here or not. Like, you know.
Here it is.
This is who I am.
Yeah. All the cards are out. You folding or you in?
We going this way or that way. Yeah, that's right. My dating life. Come on.
I don't think I could. Yeah, I don't think I could do the college thing because of that. Definitely not a college head coach. For sure. And now that I have a family, I'm glad that I didn't do that. Just because of the time commitment. Because, like, if I'm gonna do it, like, I don't know if you ever seen the show Parks and Rec. I love that show.
Oh, I've seen something.
Ron Swanson. Like, you don't half-ass two things, you whole-ass one thing.
Oh, there we go.
Right? Like,
yeah, I take you as a doer. You're just get it done.
Yeah, I want to do it. Like, if I'm going to start something, I want to do it, and I'm going to go all in. And that college thing it's tough. It's a lot of hours. It is a cool opportunity to help kids, especially at the NWAC level, who are trying to get to the next level and either don't have the resources or were overlooked or whatever the case may be. It's a cool opportunity, but ultimately, I made the right decision for me. I mean, staying where we were.
No place like home.
Yeah.
So back to 2018.
Yeah.
You guys win state.
Yep.
If I remember right, that's the first state title for men's basketball through Lane County.
Not through Lane County. Churchill won one in 2000 when Jordan Kent was there. Churchill won one.
Oh, they got one.
Yeah,
Okay.
when Jordan Kent was there, but it was the first at Thurston.
First at Thurston.
Yeah, it was the first time Thurston had been to the state championship, let alone won one. And then who we did it against made it even better. Wilsonville is the standard bearer, Coach Roach, whose dad was the Churchill coach when they won a state title, the legendary John Roach.
You were relatively kind of new in your coaching career.
Third year as a varsity head coach.
Did you have a moment during that season, not doubtful, but just, oh, wow, we're doing this?
So we started off 8-0, worked our way to number one in the state. We go play a tournament at South Albany. We beat Benson at South Albany. Then we play Tualatin, who was top 10 in 6A. And they put the wood to us. But then we bounced back and beat a really good South Albany team who was ranked like 4th in the state at the time. Beat them by double digits. We end up being number one ranked in the state, which is the first time since 2002, I think, that Thurston was ranked number one. And at that point, we were like, all right, like we feel pretty good. And there were some bumps along the way, man. Like we go lose our next game at Marist. Tough place to play. Just didn't play well. Right. We lose back-to-back games to Crater, who was ranked number one in the state that year. They come to our place. Tough game. I think we lose by 8. Turn around and lose to a North Eugene team that wasn't very good on a buzzer beater. But that was the best thing that happened to us that year. We had a little team meeting after that, and it was just like getting everything out. All right. Like I wrote, I think, 3 questions on the board. I said, what do you like about what we do? What do you not like about what we do? What do you want to see change? Right? And I told the kids, brutal honesty. And there wasn't a ton on there. There was a few things here and there. The thing that really opened my eyes was we number our defense based on how far we want to extend.
As far as like pressure on
half court, 3/4 court, full court. Right. And then we can throw a soft in there at the end saying, hey, soft just means contain. And we played a lot of what we call soft 3 the first half of the season. We have this team meeting and they're like, we don't like soft 3. Why? It's just 3/4 court containment. They go, yeah, but it makes us passive. And as a coach, like that thought never entered my mind that, that makes you guys not have the same mindset defensively that we've had.
Wow.
And I would have never thought about that had 1, we not gone through that tough stretch, and 2, had that team meeting where we said, all right, let's get it out. And so it's just one of those opportunities where you learn as a coach, you might think you know what your team thinks or wants, but you probably don't. So you got to ask them.
See, I think that's yeah. You build trust that way too. They know you're the coach. Everyone knows you're the coach. So let them have a word real quick and see what they say.
Yeah. And you have to be, how you react will determine how successful not just your team is, but how much they'll open up to you about anything else.
Gotcha.
Right. And going into the state tournament that year, it was the first time I'd been a head coach at the state tournament.
How are you feeling getting there? How are you looking as Blaine? Like, wow, this is my 3rd year and I didn't get us here.
So let me take you back to when I took the job. Like 1, I worked under Doug Paquette, who's one of the most influential people in my life.
Shout out.
By far. He's the best. I was an assistant coach for him for 10 years. And then he retires, steps away, and someone else comes in for a year. And people asked, why not you, Blaine? You've been here a decade. And I'm like, I have a rule. You don't follow the legend. You follow the guy that followed the legend. I didn't think it would only be a year.
Deep down, Blaine. You didn't deep down like, this guy, we'll see.
Well, once we got into, because I was the JV coach that bridge year, that gap year, and it didn't go well. And the guy knew what he was doing. He was a really good individual coach. Like he was a really, really good skill coach, but he was young and we weren't very good. The cupboard was kind of bare at that point, and that would have been a tough situation for anybody. And that coach ended up going and coaching someplace else and having a lot of success in the couple of years after he left. But I didn't think it'd be a year, but I also knew that the cupboard was getting restocked.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. You see what's coming. You see what's coming.
Yeah.
Up.
Knew what was coming up. That gap year before I was the head coach, the year before I was the head coach, I got to coach Sterling. I got to coach Jesse. I got to coach all those kids that were so influential to our state championship run who were seniors. And then I knew Isaac and Mason and that group was coming up as well. So it's like, yeah, let's go. I can work with that.
Yeah.
Right.
You got some weapons now. You got some tools.
Yeah. So take it back to that. I said, guys, we have a 3-year plan. And that doesn't mean we're not trying to win right now, but the 3-year plan is this. My first year, we weren't very good. We were 7-17 and we got thumped. I had heard someone say in the 3-year plan, it works like this. The first year, you take your lumps. The second year, you play close games and you lose some. You win some, you lose some. We were 13-13 that year. We made the state tournament. We go to Wilsonville and we give them all they want for 3 quarters and just ran out of gas. Right? Second year. Win some, lose some, but play a lot of close games. The third year is when you make the big jump. And that was the third year. It was the year we won the state title. That was my third year as a head coach. Right? And so it's not something that I like went around saying like, this is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen.
Yeah. You're not selling it to them,
but in my mind and to our guys, it was like, hey, just hang in there. All right. Every day is an opportunity to grow. This is a process. Step, 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 step. Right.
And that's where that character building is happening with the kids too. They're taking some lumps. They're understanding losing, but it makes the winning that much more sweet, I think.
It does. Because you can say focus on the process all you want, but if the product sucks, then you're like, what was this process?
Right.
Right. And if that happens, if anyone's out there saying, okay, focus on the process, and you're not getting the product you want, you got to change your process. You got to change your process. So we have that meeting and it's something as simple as a small term in our terminology that changes our process. Right. And it changed our mindset for the rest of the season. And we weren't perfect the rest of the way. We lose to Churchill at home in overtime. We go to Crater, the last regular season game of the year, and play a tough one, close the gap a little bit. We were up in the third quarter. And I told our guys, I said, you will see them again. And it is hard to beat a team 3 times.
Oh, man. Absolutely.
And that's what happened.
Absolutely.
So during that run, the game I was the most nervous for was our quarterfinal game against Mountain View.
I remember that. That one seemed tougher than the actual state game.
Yeah. Right. So they had a kid named Matt Van Tassel, 6'6", post kid, who was an inside out kid. Chase McLean, who's one of Isaac's best friends, was their point guard. They just had dudes. They could play. They had come to our place earlier in the year and we played a tight game. And so it's like, all right, if we can get past this one, and we did, we ended up playing in Crater in the semis. They're number 1. They have Kiefer Edwards, who ends up being state player of the year. Nate Biddle's a freshman that year, but starting, super talented. They were 25-1, 26-1 at that point.
Crater was?
Yeah. And had beat us twice.
Okay. But tight games, were they?
The game at our place, I think, was like 10. The game at their place ended up being like 7, but closer. Like we were closing the gap. And we get to state, and dude, you ever just known something was going to happen? You're so confident in it. Like,
oh yeah,
we got these guys.
That's the beauty of basketball or sports. Sometimes you get that gut feeling. You just know when it just feels right.
Yeah,
your shorts fit right, your jersey fits. Everything just feels right.
Man, everything felt right that night. Everything felt right. And a credit to our kids. Like dude, so many people. And I'm so blessed to have so much support in the community. They're like 3-time coach of the year and blah, blah, blah. Congratulations. And I'm like, dude, that's our kids, man. That's our kids.
For sure.
Like I am a recipient of having awesome people around me who make me look good. All right.
I love the mindset.
Our kids, dude, they were dialed that state championship run. You know, the Crater game. I think we won that thing by like 17 or something like that, 15. Like we blitzed them.
You guys did that.
We blitzed them. And then we go play in the state title game. And bro, I wish you could have been in there. Just a fly on the wall, the calm, just the confidence, not arrogance, not cockiness, just calm confidence. It was awesome.
That's awesome.
It was awesome, dude. And we had a walkthrough that morning, and they were just super dialed and relaxed. We were relaxed in the locker room. And the ball goes up in the air, and it's just like peaceful. It really was, man.
That's a good word. That's a good word for it.
It was peaceful. Like as peaceful as you can say as peaceful as state championship could be. But I look back on it, and like at no point was I nervous or did I question our kids' like commitment to our game plan or belief in what we were doing. Everything just aligned.
See there.
And it was, I think it still holds the record for the largest margin of victory in 5A state championship history over Wilsonville, who for the first time since 2008 this year didn't make the final site. They had played. So I think I would have to fact check this, but I think they won 2 or 3 state championships the year before we beat them, before we beat them. And then I think they won 3 in a row after that.
Wow.
So they would have been like 5 or 6-time champs if we didn't beat them in the middle.
Sheesh.
So like they're the standard bearer for 5A basketball in the state of Oregon. And their coach, Chris Roach, great guy, just texts me and says, you guys were far better tonight. You beat us at our own game.
Oh, wow. He texted you.
Yeah, we were no match for you guys. Amazing job. Like we beat them at their own game night, which was being disciplined, playing incredible defense, and being efficient on offense.
And see, I think that confidence also comes with preparation. I mean, I can speak for my cousin Isaac, a little bit of Mason. I saw those guys coming up and just seeing how much they worked at their craft. Repetition's
the mother of skill, right?
Right.
So they had so many reps growing up. Like that ball was an extension of Isaac. Like it didn't matter where he was going. That ball was coming with him. And I don't mean that like he dribbled everywhere. I'm saying he was so in control of the basketball on the basketball court.
Yeah.
Right?
Had it on a string.
On a string, dude. It was connected.
And he's so quiet about it, too. He's I'm sure you were like, gosh, he's great. And he's just so humble about it.
He is. He is, man. And he's still one of the best athletes I've ever coached. Like, but he wasn't just an athlete. Like he put in time. He was skilled. He was always looking for ways to improve his game. And just such a nice kid too, dude. I got the chance to, I was glad I got to reconnect with him. We played a game over at Mountain View this year, and it ended up the date getting changed because of snow and the time got changed, but he was going to come and he didn't end up getting to make it. And I was super bummed because I was really looking forward to connecting with him, but it sounds like he's doing amazing in life. And I'm so proud of him.
He is
for just the peace of mind that he's found.
You know, with that, that's such an interesting thing because the outside world looks, and everyone wants him to still play basketball.
Yeah.
But what you said, he found that peace of mind elsewhere.
Yeah.
Even I'm like, bro, you're so cold. Like he's one of them. I go, you are cold.
He's starting to pick up the ball more though, man. I've seen it. Like I've seen little videos of him we're friends on Snapchat. Okay. Right. And so he'll post some basketball shoes, and he posted a video at the gym dunking, and it's always going to be there, man. It's always going to be there. And he's one of those cats though, like if he wanted to go back and play college basketball now, he could.
Mm-hmm.
He could.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But you know, the cool thing about him was he always had interests outside of the game as well.
Which is great.
It is. He was well-rounded. He didn't live or die with it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
He didn't live or die with it. And I always respected that about him because it helped him keep things in perspective. because there's a lot of pressure. There was
Yes.
pressure for him, a ton. He was Isaac Lang, man.
Yeah.
Everyone knew who he was, and everyone had expectations for him. And he's the rim lion, and he's supposed to do all this stuff. And it's like, at least not that he ever led on to me, but like I feel like his perspective of the game always kept him really grounded with the expectations everyone else had for him.
Right.
And that's something that I always appreciated about him. And he was so good to me, man. Your whole family was so good to me.
Oh, man.
I miss Deb in the stands, man. Just
had that energy.
Dude, I miss it so
That
bad.
energy.
And Eric over there on the baseline getting after officials.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I miss that, man.
He was like an extra coach for you right
Yeah,
there.
dude, it was awesome, man. And you know, we didn't always see eye to eye on everything. You know, as they're his parents, and their job is to support their son and do what they think is in his best interest. The cool thing was they were always respectful to me about it,
That part.
and it didn't change our relationship at all.
That's good.
Right? Like, and I'm sure that when my daughter is playing sports or something like that, I'm not always going to agree with whatever her coach is doing. That's what we sign up for. That's what we sign up for. But I always did appreciate Isaac and his family. They were always very, very good to me. And they're people that will always be near and dear to my heart.
That's
and
awesome.
Who shaped me to be the coach that I am now. That whole experience and that whole team.
Right.
Dude, I wish I could be the coach for those guys. Even though we won a state title, I wish I could be the coach for those guys that I am now. It's just continued to make me better and better and better. And that group was a big part of that.
Speaking of pressure and outside pressure, Blaine, how was it trying to repeat? Was there pressure to that, or?
Yeah, there was. Yeah, that was an interesting year, man. That was an
how is
interesting
that?
year.
You get the state champ, you do it. All right, you got the squad next year.
Yeah, we had a pretty good junior class that year, and then we had some kids transfer in, and I love those kids, and I probably wouldn't change having those kids with us, but I would probably go about the whole process of introducing and ingraining them in our program a little bit differently. I think I made some mistakes there.
Okay.
As a coach.
So you think you guys definitely have the talent to do it again?
Yeah, I think we had the talent to do it again. We talked earlier about, you know, sometimes a team just has your number or something like that.
Right.
And Willamette just had our number that year. They matched up with us really well. And what they did.
Willamette, was it then?
Yeah, it was Willamette, man. They beat us at their place. We were supposed to play them at our place to end the season. And we had that big snowstorm and the roof caved in on the Ox Gym. And we didn't get to play them a second time.
Oh.
So we go play Corvallis at Springfield High School in the game to go to state. We beat Corvallis. We match up with Willamette, and it's just back and forth until like the last 4 minutes. And we had a little brain fart, man, where we didn't play good transition defense for 2 trips, and they hit 2 back-to-back threes to stretch the lead from 2 to 8 or something like that. And that was about it. We could have won it that year. No question in my mind. But that was a group that you mentioned earlier about, I'll use the word connectivity with a group. I didn't feel like that group was very connected. You had the senior group who was left over from the state title team. You had a junior group who were all multi-sport athletes, and basketball really wasn't their first sport. And for no shame on any of them. No. Incredible football kids. A lot of them were incredible baseball kids. They were good basketball players, but it wasn't their primary thing.
Gotcha.
And they still gave us everything they had, but it wasn't their primary thing. And then we had a couple transfers come in who were from the outside, and that group just never got really connected. And a lot of that is on me as a coach to say, okay, like we got to get you connected. But I think we got so caught up in trying to repeat that we didn't take care of the process.
That journey.
Yeah. We didn't take care of the process. And there's so many things I would do differently that season.
If you could have that back.
Yeah. Right. Hindsight's 2020 though, right? Hindsight's 2020.
For sure.
And we still had a fantastic year. We had one of the best years in school history. That's still statistically the best defensive team we've had at Thurston High School in history. They allowed the fewest points per game. We had a lot of success. But yeah, man, like if I could go back and do it again, I think I would try to just get those guys more connected as a group. And I think ultimately that was what I think that was probably the hurdle that we never got over that cost us was just not being very connected. So like brings me to this year's group. Dude, this year's group is super connected. Last year's group was super connected.
So you guys, I haven't got a chance, and I apologize. I haven't had a chance to see a game, but I see some highlights, of course, thanks to social media and everything. You guys are looking smooth. You speak of, and I wanted to touch on this. I actually got this on the questions. You speak of kids who football might be their main sport.
Yeah.
You and I both know that can affect a game.
Sure.
But my guy, Leo, I feel like he's hooping just like he's footballing.
Man, Leo's an athlete. He's not a football player or a basketball player. Leo's an athlete.
That's his mom and dad.
And dude, I had so much fun watching him play football this year because I go to a lot of their home games. We have a little pop-up tent for Dutch Bros there.
Okay.
And so I go help set that up, and then I just go stand on the sidelines and watch. Perks of having a coach pass, right? As I get to go stand on the sidelines. And dude, I think Leo probably got held every single play off the edge. And I think that probably happens for a lot of great football players, but you could have called holding on the offensive tackle every time he came off the edge. So cool to watch him play football. But then you watch him on the basketball court and you're like, that's not a football player playing basketball. That's an athlete.
See, that's what I mean. Just seeing some of his stuff, I'm like, damn, this kid is hooping.
Yeah.
But
so, what is he? 6'5", 230. But he's not like plotting or methodical. He's not a big, strong kid who just bullies his way around. He's quick. He's skilled. Yeah. Like, he is a matchup nightmare for people because if you put someone smaller on him, he's going to take you inside and he's going to big boy you.
Gotcha.
You put someone bigger on him, then he's going to step outside and he's going to jab, shake, and go by you, hit the three. Like,
for sure.
He's tough, man. And he's been such a valuable piece to our group this year.
And he's a sophomore?
Sophomore. Yeah,
so
sophomore.
You got 2 more years with him?
Yeah. That sophomore group is a special group, man. So Doug Paquette, I mentioned him earlier. He coached those kids since they were in 3rd grade.
Okay.
And they were 3rd in the state, like the entire state. Like they're up there with the Tualatons and the Westlands of the world, beating really, really good programs and teams all throughout their youth. So that sophomore group, and talk about a group that's connected. That term keeps coming up, but that group is as connected a group as I've seen maybe in my entire coaching career.
Wow.
Like those sophomores truly care about each other and spend time together, and like they love each other. And it is so cool to see. It's so refreshing to see high school kids actually care about and hang out with each other instead of just head down on a phone, bro.
Yeah, in this day and age.
It's so cool.
It is. I can speak on Leo because I used to be at Forever Strong training. And shout out Molly and Vic, amazing people.
Yep.
Just knowing how they run their ship is amazing. And it's just so family oriented. And I tell you this, I will say for Leo, yeah, you really got a dog on your hands right there. I mean, and the football.
Yeah.
Because one thing I say, because I love how I can talk to you about life and not just coaching, with their family, and Molly and Vic, I shout you guys out to this for real. I really shout y'all out to this. They have something going on with his uncle, Leo's uncle, Dev.
Yep, Devin.
My guy, Dev.
Yep.
And if I know them like I know them, knowing Vic and Molly, they probably had a family huddle. And I know Vic was like, hey, look, Uncle Dev ain't doing the best right now.
Yeah.
But what you can do is go out there and give it your all in your life, because that's exactly what he would want.
Yeah.
And I know that's just a motor that's just continuous for them, because they're so family oriented. Yeah. And I recognize because I have that same energy. If something bad happens to me, use that energy to make good in the world, to be the best that you wanted, whatever you're doing. And yeah, with that young man, seeing his highlights in some of his games, like just watching online, I'm like, oh yeah, they had that family huddle.
Yep.
And they said, hey, look, we're going to do this for Dev. I mean, they had that slogan when Dev went down. Yeah. And I know that kid. He might be quiet and humble, but I see that fire. And I'm like, Molly and Vic had a huddle. Yeah. So you got a dog on your hands. And
I've gotten to, Leo, he played JV last year, and so I got to know him a little bit. But this year's been really special and cool, getting to just see how he ticks and getting to really know him. And, and him opening up. Because he, last year he was shy. He was shy, man. And I hope he would say the same. But we have a really cool, fun relationship.
That's good.
And that's the part of coaching, right? Is like, I think one of the things that I've been able to do because of my job is stay relative to young people.
There you go.
Right? Like I know I said earlier I'm an old head, and I am, but at the same time, like I try to stay relative with whether it's terminology or current events or whatever it is, right? But also, like, kids are going to be kids. Like, they're going to say things that I don't know, and you just have to try to connect with them, and it can't be on your terms. Like, you have to try to connect with them on things that interest them, and in a style that is conducive to their communication.
Absolutely.
And it's one of the things that I think I'm good at. And I've been able to build a lot of cool relationships with kids, and Leo's one of those. That whole group, man, it's just such a last year's group. It really started a few years ago with like a kid named Walker Benar.
Okay.
And his group. They really started changing the culture in our program because of how they treated everyone and how much they brought everyone in and made sure everyone was enjoying the downtime and the game and our program. And then, Nate Stifler, who was an all-state kid for us, continued that. And then last year was Nate's senior year, and those guys continued that same trend.
You got that.
And have just passed it on to this year's group.
For this year, who's that one kid?
Bounty?
Yeah.
Lucas.
Is it Lucas?
Yeah.
He's nice.
He's nice, dude.
Did he drop, 40 in a game? 41?
He had 41. So against Ashland on senior night, he had 41, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, and a block. He's as efficient a scorer as I've ever coached.
Really?
So he's 50, 40, 90. So 50% from the field, 40% from 3, 90 from the 3-point line.
Oh, so he's
or 90 from the free throw line.
He's a sniper.
He's a sniper, dude. And he's not the best athlete.
Okay.
You're not going to watch him play and be like, that dude's the biggest dog. He's efficient. Like KD, right? Easy money sniper.
Yep.
That's Lucas. He's the easy money sniper. He's going to get to his spot, and he's going to be efficient and cold-blooded.
Just make it happen.
Yeah.
So Blaine, coaching, I always wonder this, how do you dictate or how do you know when to, hey, you're my go-to guy, whoever your player is, whether it's that young man, whether it's Isaac, how do you decide, hey, I need to let you off the leash and I need you to go right now? Mm-hmm. Or, hey, man, I need you to get the team involved and run this offense.
It's different. It's different, right? Like, so much of it is like fit and feel. And every team's different, and every game's different. There's so many factors. Like, what's the defense doing? What's the other team doing? What's their game plan? Who's playing around them for us? How are they reacting to situations? What does the situation call for? But to be honest, man, most of the time I just lean on my gut.
Really?
What does my gut say?
Got you.
And for kids like Isaac and Lucas, and we're a pretty controlled program. There's a way we do things. Disciplined is the word everyone uses for us. But at the same time, when you have kids like Lucas, when you have kids like Nate Stifler, when you have kids like Isaac, you can't put them in a box, man. You got to be able to say, okay, like, you have to be coachable. You have to know our system. But we understand you can play outside of it a little bit because of what you can do.
Yes.
So, gosh, it's just, there's no like set answer for how do you do what you asked.
It's just dependent on the flow of the game.
So much of it.
Hey,
man.
I need some buckets.
So much of it. So much of it.
Or you're forcing it too much. Look, let's reel this in and let's try this route.
Yeah, right. And that's where I just give them a look and I'm like, hey, it's time to move it.
Got you.
Right. Or there's other times when it's like, we know that kid can't guard you. We're going 4 low. Go to work. Go to work.
Every time.
Yeah, man. And so, and outside of that, we have a set of core sets and actions that we've run for years, but then we also twist and turn things, whether it's throughout our season or in a game even, to say, okay, like we know that they're defending ball screens a certain way. We know they're defending screen downs a certain way. We know that this guy right here is not a great defender. So if we can get a switch, we can go to work.
Man.
And so we'll twist and turn things, whether it's in the season or before the season, in the season. Like scouting is one of my favorite things to do. Like,
Is it?
I love it. Like being able to watch film and say, okay, like this is what they're doing. And this is how we can manipulate it. And so being able to do that stuff like that was fun.
For sure.
Like we go back to the year we were trying to repeat, and I did too much of it.
Too much scouting
and too much twisting and turning of things.
Gotcha.
I probably should have just stepped back and said, hey, let's just play a little bit more.
Let it flow a little bit.
Man.
Back to that order.
Because it worked for the previous group. It worked. We were able to, like, I talk about the 3-year process. I'd had all those kids for 3 years. And so they all knew all of our stuff inside and out. When we started that season, we started so far ahead because we didn't have to change very much. The year we tried to repeat, we brought all these new faces in, and we had to kind of go backwards and teach everything.
Because you're just building around Isaac Mason,
and then Trey Bryant was there. He was a sophomore, and we're trying to incorporate him as a transfer. And then Dejan Alonzo, who came in from Cottage Grove, and great kids. I love them to death. But we just had to, like, go back and teach things over again. And so then you're trying to, okay, like, I know this worked last year to do this, so we're going to try this. But at the same time, it's like, damn, we probably should have just tried to keep things more simple.
Let that river flow.
So that's where we're at, now, is like, let's just do what we do. And we have an answer for everything. All right, what are you going to throw at us? We're ready. We know what we need to do. We have it in. We've practiced it. But at the same time, just let it flow, man.
Absolutely.
Let it go.
And I think you guys took a loss to, who was it? North
Eugene
at home.
Yeah.
I said to somebody, I think it was my buddy, I said, that's a good growing pain for them.
It was. Like, it was. Stings, and there's a lot of factors that went into that game. Like, one, North Eugene's really good.
Yeah, they're balling.
They're really good. They have a kid. They have a kid named Jordan Gray, who's one of the most efficient scorers that I've ever coached against.
Sheesh.
He can play. He had 45 against Springfield.
Woo.
He's tough. Great mid-range player. Has gotten way more athletic, shooting it really well from 3. But they got a bunch of dudes like that. Right? They're a tough match. We had some things not go our way leading into that. We had a bunch of really sick kids. There's no excuses. We were like, next man up. Like, we got to go. But when half your team doesn't practice for 2 days before a big game, it has an effect. And it showed in the fourth quarter. We went, I think we went like 3 of 15 or something in the fourth quarter. And we were able to, like, claw back and get back into the game, force overtime. But we just ran out of gas, man.
Right. We
just ran out of gas. But here's the biggest thing that was the learning lesson for that game.
What's that?
The biggest learning lesson is that you have to know your job. Defensively, we broke down in overtime, and we didn't execute a couple ball screen coverages. We didn't talk. We didn't execute the way we should have. And it led to easy baskets that ended up costing us the game. Here's the deal, though. We go in the locker room. I was so proud of those kids. I was so proud of them. Maybe the most proud of them I've been all year long. And we lost. Because their level of perseverance and their grit to, like, feel the way we did physically and to get that game to overtime, dude, goosebumps.
Just
goosebumps,
fighting.
Man. Just fighters, dude. Just fighters. And we told him how proud we were of him. And we're not rah-rah guys. Like, that's not what we do. Right?
Real composed.
Yeah.
Real composed.
Yeah, but, like, the moral victory thing. Like, hey, guys, great effort. Like,
I see.
Like, we're not going to say it just to say it. If we're going to say it, it's because we mean it. And we meant it, like, how proud we were of him. But we told him, if you let this game make you better, it will make you better. And it's the best thing that could happen to you if you let it. If you let it. And so we talk about fail, first attempt in learning, right? What did we learn? You got to be locked in defensively all the time because your offense may come and go. But defense, that's the constant.
That's the constant. That's the effort. That's the one.
Yeah.
You can't be bad. You can only be bad if you don't put the effort.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, man. And so that game made us better. And, North Eugene's at the state tournament with us. And Crater is also in our league. They're at the state tournament with us. We got 3 teams from our league in the state tournament. And, I hope we all win and we're all in the semis and we can do this thing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What do you having Doug back and what's the other gentleman's name? Eric.
Yeah.
So having Doug and Eric with you, I know I read on an article, they were talking about possible, articles, they always try to throw a little flair in there, but saying that they were the veterans and maybe conflict or like of idea differences.
So 3 different people, 3 different coaches, 3 different ideologies. The cool thing is we make it all work.
Yeah, I was about to say, you guys seem like a 3-headed monster.
Yeah.
I mean, we know you're head coach, but yeah.
Yeah, but I don't even look at myself as a head coach. I look at it as we're all co-head coaches.
Okay.
I'm just the one that gets to make the final call. You know what I mean? I look at it more as like I'm the CEO or I'm the GM and they're the offensive and defensive coordinator type stuff, dude.
There you go.
But I lean a lot on those guys and it's not always pretty. We have our differences. The cool thing is we can tell each other to F off and 10 minutes later, we're like, so how's your day?
Those are the best friendships.
Yeah.
Those are really the best ones.
And so I say Doug is one of the most influential people in my life, and I don't say that lightly.
Shout out Doug.
He has been there for every tough moment in my life and has never wavered.
It's a good dude. I hear nothing but good about him. My parents went to school with him.
He's the best, man.
Yeah.
He's the best. And he's old school and he's tough. And there's a certain way to do things. But gosh darn it, man, if you'll just let him help you and push you, you'll be a better version of yourself.
There we go.
Right?
There we go.
Don't
take it personal.
Here's how he describes coaching and teaching. Your job as a coach and a teacher is to get people to do things they didn't think they could do. And then to push them to do the next thing.
Which is difficult.
It gets people out of their comfort zone, but gosh darn it, who doesn't want someone like that in their life?
Thank you. Absolutely.
So, he'll be the first one to say, well, why are you doing this? Or have you thought about this? Or I don't think that's a good idea. Right. And I appreciate him so much just for his friendship and his mentorship. But the thing I appreciate the most about him is his honesty.
There we go.
It's his honesty. And then Eric. So Eric is Doug's brother-in-law.
Yeah,
right?
I saw that. Okay.
So Doug's wife and Eric's wife are married. They live across the street from each other.
Oh my gosh.
Right. Doug was Eric's high school basketball coach at Thurston. Right. Doug's coached with him at Springfield. And when we were able to bring Eric over, man, what a blessing. I got to coach with Eric back in 2006 through 8 when he was on our staff at Thurston. And then got to coach against him a bunch. The cool thing about Eric is that he is obsessive about the process, right? And it's like, hey, like we're going to do this. Like not OCD, but OCD-like.
Gotcha.
Right? Like obsessed with the process. Really analytical about systems and stuff like that.
Okay.
And so like me, I'm analytical numbers wise, but not necessarily system. Doug is very much like skill development and sees the game 2 steps ahead in a way that I've never been around. And then you have Eric, who's analyzing all these tendencies and is really, really good at individual player scouting type stuff. And you put us together and it's like, I can't tell you how many coaches have been like, Jesus, like good luck to any other staff with you 3 there. Right. Like, and so it's a blessing, man. It's a blessing to have those guys. I'm so lucky to not just get to coach with amazing people or amazing basketball coaches, but to get to coach with people who are amazing people in my life.
Absolutely. And that's amazing. I think with that too, you guys can weather any kind of storm for years to come. I mean, honestly.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. As long as we remember one thing, and it's what Doug told me before I called him before we went to the state tournament in 2017-18 when we won it. And I said, what's your best advice? And he said, they'll react like you react. Meaning the kids will react like you react as the coach. And so if you get too high, they get too high. If you get too low, they'll get too low. If you overreact to a call or something like that, they're going to overreact.
They're going to see that.
And it's advice that I've taken with me in so many aspects of my life. And so we still have to remind each other, be like, don't overreact. Don't underreact, right? Like, just react to the right amount.
Yes. And that's cool. You guys I love what you said. You could tell each other to F off. Those are the best friendships. I have some people like that on my team.
Dude, it literally happened the first game of the year this year.
Good.
Like we're coming into a huddle and something happened and we all disagreed and we were literally telling each other to F off on the sideline. Like, but here's the deal is we meet up after that and we're like, you good? You good? Yeah, we're good. So,
man, that's the best because you have that respect, right? You have that. Hey, I know he's with me.
Yep.
We just in battle right now. I know he's with me though.
Yeah. And you know, for Doug specifically, like I know a lot of people think that he's like a hothead and over the top and stuff like that, but it's just, dude, what's wrong with being passionate about what you're doing, man? Like,
I gotta thank you.
He's passionate about seeing people succeed, and he will not settle for someone just allowing themselves to be mediocre.
That part.
Right. And on top of that, he's really invested in our kids. So his son, Logan, is a senior this year. And Doug's been coaching them since they were probably kindergartners. His son, Quinn, is a sophomore, and he's been coaching Quinn and Leo and Trayson and all those sophomores since they were probably kindergartners.
Wow.
And he's been along with those guys that entire ride. So you have someone who's incredibly passionate about their game, about the game, about players, about students, and he's incredibly passionate about those groups. And it's like every once in a while, you're going to get a little worked up. Yeah. But at the same time, he always steps back, and if he was wrong, he'd be like, I was wrong. I was wrong. Right. But man, I'll take that passion and have to reel it in any day.
So let me ask you, because obviously you just said people mistaking passion for just anger or anything like that. What's kind of your ideal parent when you have their kid playing for you? Because I know my parents were real hands off with me.
Yeah.
My parents showed up to the game, rooted. That was that.
Yeah.
There's parents that are really hands on.
Yeah.
What's your ideal situation with a parent student?
So I'll start that answer by saying, like, one of the first things we say every year at our parent meeting is, let us coach your kid, right? We have high expectations, but we'll never put them in a position where they're in danger, all right? The biggest gift you can give your kid as their parent is to be their biggest fan. Just be their biggest fan. Support them. They're going to get criticism. They're going to get feedback. They're going to get all that from us. They don't need it from you two. Just be their biggest fan. When they come home, let them talk to you first. Don't be like, so what was with this and this and this and this? Like, let them come to you. They'll talk to you when they're ready, right? So one, ideal parent is someone who's their kid's biggest supporter. Be their biggest fan. Two is be a good communicator, right? Just be a good communicator. We have a 24-hour rule in our program. The day of a game, after a game, don't call, don't text, don't do none of that. You're fired up, we're fired up. Let the smoke settle. Think about things rationally. Ask the questions you want to ask. And then listen to the answer. Don't press it. All right? Like, here's the thing about basketball. I say this at our parent meetings as well. Football, you could conceivably have 33 different kids playing a major role in a game. 11 on offense, 11 on defense, and 11 on special teams. 33 different kids could play. Baseball, you got 9 different kids in the field. You can pinch hit, you can pinch run, and there's a decided number of outs, no clock, right? So you can game plan when to get people in. Basketball, to me, is the hardest sport to coach because 5 kids get to play at a time. The clock runs pretty consistently. And if you do the math, 5 kids times 32 minutes is 160 minutes. Well, if you have 12 kids on a team, do the math.
It's not enough.
Kids are playing less than a half if everyone plays equal playing time. And that's not reality. It's not. Okay? And it's not always the 5 best players who play. It's the 5 guys who play basketball the best together.
Bars.
Right? So if you have questions about it, so here's our process is if you have questions about playing time, the first step is to have your kid ask their coach, right? And if that doesn't fix the problem, let's have a conversation together. I'm blessed with incredible parents in our community, in our program.
Good.
And that doesn't mean that there haven't been disagreements, but there hasn't been anything that's sullied a relationship or anything like that to the point of no return. We're pretty honest, right? And I think because we're pretty honest and pretty upfront, and we do communicate with kids a lot about where they're at throughout our season, we don't have to deal with a lot of parent problems. So the ideal parent is someone who's going to support their kid and our team and our program, right? Who's going to ask questions, but then will be okay with the answers because they know it's honest. And that's an ideal parent in terms of a sport.
There we go. I love that you say ask questions, though. Don't just sit and bottle it up, but also don't blurt it out.
Sure.
Just meet in the middle.
So let's put it in terms of a job, right? And I don't hear people ask, this is the hardest part of being a coach's wife. And my wife is the MVP of our team, right? And I think behind any coach, you'll find an even better woman. I think behind any good man, you'll find an even better woman. And my wife is the living, breathing embodiment of that, because not only is she there to support us all the time at games, but taking care of our home and our family while I'm coaching all these other kids and putting so much time and effort into the other kids. And she wouldn't have it any other way. There's been years when I was like, I don't think I want to do it anymore. And she's like, no, you're doing it.
Do it again.
Right? Because you love it. Right? But she also has to sit there and listen to parents. Talk about me. Right? For better or worse. For better or worse.
And she's staying solid.
And so for anyone out there that is like a parent, please always remember that coach's significant other is in the stands someplace, and you are talking about a person.
Dang.
Right?
So she's heard things where people didn't realize who she was.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Oh, man.
And I don't let it bother me. I have thick skin. Right? It's what we sign up for, dude.
Right.
It's what we sign up for. But I said, put it in terms of a job. Right? So, and again, this is not an experience I've had. So this is not me waxing poetic about anyone from our community. But imagine you have a parent who's unhappy who riles up a bunch of other parents. Instead of talking to the coach, instead of talking to the person who can actually affect change. It's the same thing as being at a job, gossiping with all your coworkers about something that none of you can change without talking to your boss.
Now everybody's up in arms, though.
Yeah, man. And you create division. So we bring it back to like the best teams. The best teams are the most connected teams. Well, if you divide that team, if you have a wedge, you go home and all you have to hear is like, well, you're coach this, you're coach that, you're coach this, you're coach that. If you hear that enough as a kid, what are you going to think the next day at practice or a week away, or a week down the line in practice?
Absolutely. From your adults, from your superiors. I mean, come on, that. Yeah, absolutely.
Right. And so it's the same. Team sports is no different than a job environment. And parents are no different than the people we work with. You just, dude, I don't care what situation you're in, whether you're an athlete or an employee or in a relationship, like talk to the people who can actually affect change.
That part exactly. Because you got to control the controllables.
Yeah.
And I mean, what you can control is talking to the person that can make that change. It's so true.
Yeah.
So
right.
True. And especially with parents, that I could imagine, I'm not a parent, but I could imagine how quickly that could escalate.
Sure, it can. And here's the deal. Everyone's mom and dad wants, like every kid's mom and dad wants the best for their kid. And so I never blame someone for feeling the way they feel. Right? They're just trying to do what they think is best for their kid to get what they think is best for their kid. So their kid has the best experience possible. Man, isn't that what parenting is about?
Absolute.
Right? But at some point, you also have to think about accountability and earning what you get. And so that's where I think coaches can really help kids learn that part. And when you have parents who support that at home, that's the magic, dude.
That's the magic.
That's the magic.
Everything else flows together.
Yeah, man.
Gosh.
And we're really, really lucky to have a lot of people who do that.
So let me ask you this tough question. And who knows how much you look at it, but I would love to hear from this. There's a school 5-6 miles down the street from you by the name of Springfield, your rivals.
Yeah.
I look at the men's basketball team.
Yeah.
And sometimes I scratch my head. What is the contrast between Thurston's program and Springfield's boys basketball program, why they can't lock in as successfully as you guys have as of late?
Yeah, I think that's a loaded question in a lot of ways. Here's what I know has made our program successful. What I think the secret sauce is a consistent and complementary youth program. So I will be the first person to say that, like, Doug deserves so much credit for our success because he's coached so many of these kids from the time they were third grade up. And so they know our system. They know the expectations. They have tasted that success. And success it attracts.
Oh, yeah.
We win a state title, and all of a sudden we got a bunch of kids wanting to transfer to Thurston.
Got it.
Right?
Indiana football effect, right?
Yeah, dude. Now look at them. They got a whole bunch of people wanting to go to Indiana,
Man,
right?
Man.
So I think having a consistent and complementary youth program is the best way to build consistent success. You look at the Westlands of the world, the Wilsonvilles of the world, the Tualatons of the world, and they have the most consistent, West Albany.
Man.
They have the most consistent youth programs, and they're consistently the best teams. So if it was me, if I was the coach at Springfield, and he's going to do a great job, he's doing the right things, he's saying the right things.
There we go.
You start with your youth. Build a youth program. Get people in place who are going to help you build it. I'm lucky to have Doug and Eric help me with that. And there's anyone will say, like, what's been the key to your guys' success? It's having those guys coaching our youth program and coach those kids growing up.
You guys definitely, I mean, even when I helped out last year with TC Combs.
Yeah, love TC.
Shout out TC.
Love TC.
Love them. But I saw, and I don't know much about coaching basketball. It's my first time helping.
Yeah.
But you could easily see so many disconnects. Mm-hmm. And it's unfortunate, right? Because we're talking about kids' basketball careers. They want to play ball and want to succeed.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, and I'm not trying to talk down on anything, it's more the system needs to be rebuilt, I would say, from the ground up.
Yeah.
The consistency.
You know, and something someone else said is, like, Springfield's a really, really hard place to coach because kids go through so much there. I think what they meant by that is, like, socioeconomically. I'm not 100% sure. I didn't get too deep into it, so I don't want to speculate. But, they said there's a lot of kids over there who just have tough lives. Right? And so you're not just battling the whole trying to teach them basketball thing, but you're trying to help them through life as well. And so perhaps that's a factor as well, right? But here's the deal is, like, the same things that people say about the difference between Thurston boys and Springfield boys, you could say in the reverse for Springfield girls and Thurston girls.
That's true.
Right?
That is true.
So you can be successful there is the reason I say that.
Yeah.
Okay. The cool thing about Springfield is, dude, that school supports those kids so well. Yeah. And from the top down, man, from the administration all the way down. And kids play their asses off at Springfield. They play their asses off. They always play hard. And you can work with that, man. It's just going to take some time and in investing in that youth program at a deep level and having the patience to see it through. So I know you can do it there because the girls are doing it and they're doing a fantastic job. I mean, they're ranked number 2 in the state. And we got to, all their girls came and watched our boys for our playoff game Friday night. So all our boys went and watched their girls on Saturday.
Nice.
And dude, you know who that's spearheaded by? You said the name earlier, the Felipes, man. Right? Because we got Leo at Thurston. We got Nunu at Springfield.
It's awesome.
And Molly helped get all the Springfield girls over there. And we were like, we're going to return the favor. Yeah. Because it's the right thing to do.
This community is together. That's why I love Springfield.
Yeah.
I went to show them my freshman year. And
yep.
I mean, shout out to them. But going to Springfield, loved it. I just felt the we're in this together.
Yep.
And you know where you stand.
Yep.
We're in this together, whether it's better or worse, and then you know where you stand.
Yeah.
And I was like, I like this.
Yeah, dude.
I'll take this.
Yeah, man. And there's so many good people over there. And I've met so many good people and had so many good interactions, dude.
Man.
You know, I just, in terms of the basketball thing, like, you just have to be patient and build that youth program. That's what I would do. And I'd say that's the key to success.
So if you moved over there, just boop, boop.
Sure.
You and I'll give you your staff too. You all three.
Yeah.
Boop. You would start from there and just build up.
Yeah, because you have to, right? Like, if you were talking about what do we got to focus on right now with the high school kids, it's just learning how to play the game of basketball. Be a basketball player. There's a saying out there: it's don't teach them plays, teach them how to play basketball. Right. And so, you know, we could go in until we're blue in the face and try to scheme all this stuff up. But man, if you can't play the game, you can't play the game. That's what youth basketball is. It's the frustrating thing about youth basketball when you watch now, by the way. There's so many coaches out there who are like, we're just gonna trap the whole game. We're gonna press the whole game. We're gonna zone the whole game. Oh. And they don't teach kids how to play basketball, how to read space, work on the fundamental base skills, shooting form, dribbling with both hands, being a good passer.
Really?
Yeah, dude. It's so the AAU culture, right?
Oh, I've heard a lot about this.
The AAU culture. It's all about, we're going to win because I'm going to get my shine, and some college is going to come recruit one of my players. It's not about teaching kids how to play the game, man. And I coached AAU for a few years around here with my cousin, Brandon Rath, when I first got to town. And we took a bunch of kids, team flight, 2005, 6. Took a bunch of kids, a couple kids from Thurston, kid from North Eugene, a couple kids from Corvallis, a couple kids from Medford, back to the AAU National Championship Tournament, which was 115 teams. We're talking Greg Oden, Mike Conley. They were on the same team.
Oh, shoot.
Right. I think there ended up being DeMar DeRozan was in that tournament.
Stacked.
Dude.
Stacked tourney.
Dude. And so like this is like 8th grade, man. And I'm seeing DeMar DeRozan take off outside the key and just stuff one on top of a kid's head. Master P.
Hey.
So Lil Bow Wow, or not Lil Bow Wow, but Lil Romeo, right? Lil Romeo.
Yes,
he had his show on Disney, right? And they would do some basketball stuff.
Yes.
So they had an actual AAU team. Master P was the coach.
Okay.
They were there at that tournament as well.
Oh,
like they're filming for the show and everything during games and stuff.
My gosh.
Wild scene, dude.
Oh, I bet.
And we took all these kids. We took all these kids from like Central and Southern Oregon.
Man.
Back to Kingsport, Tennessee. And we took 8th place out of 115 teams.
Oh, wow.
8th place out of 115 teams. You know what we did? We practiced regularly. We played defense. We shared the ball on offense. And we had some skilled kids, dude. We had Brian Conklin was from North Eugene. He played at St. Louis University and has played internationally, right? We had Drew Wiley, who ended up playing at Oregon and Boise State. We had Michael Akins, who was a Thurston kid. Dude, so many kids. Such a talented group. But we'd walk out there and you'd be like, really, those guys? And then we just D you up. Because Brandon and I were like, we're going to teach them to play the game of basketball.
Not just one-on-one.
No. We're going to beat you as a team. And we're going to defend. Right? And so you look at the AAU culture now, and it's not that. And it's the difference. There's a lot of conjecture right now about the difference between European players and American players now.
Yes.
Oh, right. Yes. And the big sticking point is in America, you practice 1 day a week and then you go play 4 to 6 games every weekend.
Yeah.
In Europe, you practice 5 days a week and you go play 1 game on a weekend. Mm-hmm. Which one's better? Time will tell. Yeah. I think it depends on who's instructing it.
Man. It's the Europeans. I mean, they're coming up.
Yeah.
They're not there, but it's coming up.
Yeah. Look out for France in 2028, man.
Man. With Wemby.
But not just Wemby, right? Was it Alex Sarr, who was high draft pick? He's French. They got so many dudes.
They got guys.
Koulibaly.
And the skill's just showing there.
Yeah.
The skill is, and I would almost argue the will at times too, man.
Yeah.
Like I hate to question it. I know that the American players still have it.
Yeah.
Obviously, it showed kind of in the All-Star game, but man, I don't know, man. It's tough.
But then, I would agree with you 100%. All right, but then go watch Steph Curry in the fourth quarter of the semifinal game and the championship, and you want to see Will.
Ooh,
dude,
showed up.
But he's the process of like hundreds of thousands of shots of repetition.
Oh yeah.
And so I said earlier, repetition is the mother of skill, and Steph Curry is the walking embodiment of that.
And I'm just hoping that breed, they're not the last. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
because those are some OGs out there.
Kevin Durant already said he's coming back for the Olympics in 28.
Thank goodness.
Right? That's Mr. That right there should be Captain America, dude. Like, and Kevin Durant, he cracks me up. Like, he's funny, dude.
He's just him.
Funny. And
he don't change.
And he don't care. He's unapologetic about it.
Yes.
Right? Like, he is just himself. Okay. Right? And there's a lot of beauty in that.
It is. I love how he just chills and just accepts who he is. It's cool.
But he's a great mentor for guys like Anthony Edwards, who's going to carry he's going to be the not carry the actual torch, but he's the torch carrier for USA basketball moving forward, right?
Exactly.
Someone like Cooper Flagg. A bunch of dudes, man.
Jumping over real quick, B, I wanted to jump over. I want people to hear about you because you don't just coach basketball. I mean, you're a regional manager of Dutch Bros.
Yeah.
So how many stores do you look over?
We have 8 in our franchise.
8 of them.
Yeah.
So you're literally coaching and running that.
Yeah. So, dude, at this point in my career, 23 years into the Dutch Bros thing, it's really similar to our coaching staff in the sense that I have been able to find and put really good people around me to execute things at a really high level. And my biggest task now is to help those people develop. And it's really cool. Like, I get to coach at Dutch Bros too.
Oh yeah.
That's what I do.
Oh yeah.
Now, I started from the bottom. I was a night dude at Highway 99.
You was out Highway 99?
Yeah, slinging coffee.
It get wild out there. You see some things.
You see some things. You
see some things.
See a lot of things.
Ooh-wee.
You see a lot of things.
We have you back for another one of that.
But, I've got to come up just with the company. I started in 2002. So November 21st, 2002.
Just when they were small.
It was my birthday. That's how I know. That's how I know the date exactly. Yeah. Really small. 45th store. Now there's almost 1,200. Wow. So I've got to see the company just explode to this national level. And there's good and bad that comes with that. Right. But the mission and the people are so good, dude. Like, Dutch Bros is such a cool environment because of what the company stands for in terms of just promoting positivity and trying to help people. And so that part makes it really, really easy to stay behind.
You guys. I mean, I don't go there much, but when I do, always smiling and laughing.
Yeah, man.
I say, it's cool if you crying right now. You can just be sad. And she's like, I'm okay today.
I'm good. I'm good.
I was like, hey, I don't care.
But the cool part about our community at Dutch Bros, it's a lot like our community with our program too, is like when someone's having a bad day, there's someone there to pick you up. Right? There's someone there to pick you up. And the connections that you get to build, I get asked a lot, like, what's the best part about working at Dutch Bros? And it's relationships.
There you go.
Right? It's relationships. So many cool people. We were talking about one of them earlier, Drew O'Connor. One of the OGs in Dutch Bros Springfield, man.
Andrew's such a good dude.
He's the best, man. He's the best. And one of my best friends and we call each other brothers, legitimately.
That's like, so awesome, man.
Brothers, Double Dragons. We use Double Dragon.
Man.
But
I'm going to I've never been to Vegas.
Yeah.
But when I go to Vegas, I'm gonna message him.
Have to.
I'm gonna go.
Right. Have to. And he would be so stoked, man. He would be elated to hang out with you and show you parts of Vegas or just talk or whatever. Like, that's
I just
the coolest.
Want to work out with him and maybe just something, just hang out.
He would love that, man. And Drew's had a really big influence on my life in a lot of ways as well. really from just someone else in my life who's not afraid to call me on my BS.
That's
right?
good. I'm glad you have that.
Yeah. And it's not always easy to hear it.
No,
right?
Hell no.
But at the end of the day, I look back on it and I'm like, damn, I needed that. Right. And he's not afraid to do that. He loves unconditionally everyone around him. And it's just really helped me become a better person and leader overall. Just with, little nuggets here, man. Like, hey, like, think about this. Maybe you should word it this way. And we've done that for each other. And I think that's why we have such a close relationship, is because we've been through a lot of battles and we've been through a lot of fires.
That's good. And
we've seen each other grow through them.
My mom always would say, make sure the people around you remind you who the fuck you are.
Yeah.
And she wouldn't curse. I know you don't be cursing like that, mama, but she would always say that. And I got some people who are newer to my life relatively. I mean, Woody being one of them,
yep.
Our boy Tevin. But just to have moments where I'll open up and be like, don't let that shit get to you. You're Desmond Reynolds.
Yeah.
You know what?
You're right. I am.
Bro, you running the podcast. Let's go. You know what? You're right.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy to be our biggest critic and
sure.
get down on ourselves. So
sure.
You
gotta have people around you who lift you up. And something that I'm really big on is that you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Right?
Explain.
So when people are making bad choices, I'll often ask them, what kind of people you hang out with, who you hang out with, what are they into? When people slide into a pretty consistent negative mindset, who you around? Yeah. Maybe you need to change your circle, right? So I'm a firm believer in that you're the average of the 5 people you're around the most. If you want to be more positive, you need to be around more positive people. If you want to grind more, you got to be around goal-oriented, grindy type people. If you're stuck in a rut and making bad choices and feel like you're in quicksand, look at your circle.
Look at your circle. Why aren't they? Yeah.
Change. And if you don't like it, change it. And it's the hardest thing for people to do, right? To cut friends out, to cut family out. Sometimes it's family.
It really is. It's that comfort zone too, right?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, but you're right. Family too. You are absolutely right.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So, for anyone out there if you're in any situation where you're like questioning what's going on in your life, I challenge you to look at the people you're around and start there. Right. And so you're the average of the people you're the average of the 5 people you're around the most.
Absolutely.
I believe that's 100% true.
Absolutely. Hey, B, where's your favorite spot to go, whether you win or lose after a game? Where's your good spot?
Depends. Tuesdays, we're going to Sonny's.
Oh, you go to Sonny's on
Taco Tuesday, man.
Oh, okay.
Best Taco Tuesday spot in town.
What about, Friday game?
Primetime.
Hey.
You know.
The universe linked us up.
It did.
The universe linked us up.
It did, man. Yeah, we go to Prime on Fridays. We go to Sonny's on Tuesdays.
Shout out Prime, man. Prime is just my grandfather used to go there a lot. Rest in peace. He went there all the time. So it's so funny that now I'm there religiously.
Yeah, I'm a big Primetime guy. Amazing food. Like not just like your typical bar food, but like they do such good twists and turns on stuff.
Yeah.
Right. And great people there. And then Sonny's just, man, those tacos, dude. Taco Tuesday.
The tacos.
Love them.
Sonny's.
So,
that's by Fred Meyers, right?
Yeah.
Sonny's Tavern?
Yeah. Yep. And it always tastes, I don't care where it is, though. It tastes better after a win. All right. Like it always tastes better after a win.
It do. Oh my gosh. So you guys got that on Tuesdays and Fridays. Are you real big on having a schedule for yourself? Like me, I realized later in my life, I need to have plans. I need to really have a schedule and a routine. Are you like that? Or
to a point? The thing about my job is that it's unpredictable. Like my day to day, people will ask like, what are you doing at work today? I'm like, whatever comes up. Right. So it's hard to plan in that respect.
For sure.
And so I can't be completely set on having a routine, because as soon as I get into it, something's going to happen, whether it's you're getting a call in the middle of the night because the store got broken into or a machine broke down or something like that. It's like,
It's always something.
It's always something, man. And like that's our saying with Dutch is like the constant with Dutch Bros is change, right? And it's good. It keeps me on my toes. Probably keeps me young. However, would I like to have a routine? Yeah, I would like to have a routine. Like,
I mean, I'm still trying to learn one, man.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah. So, you know, I think being adaptable is probably one of the best skills anyone can have. Because if you can adapt to whatever your situation is, then you're not going to find yourself in a bad spot a lot.
Gotcha.
So just be adaptable, man. And so for, you know, routine people out there, that's awesome. That works. Me, I have to be adaptable. On top of that, you know, working at Dutch Bros, being a high school basketball coach, I have a 6-year-old girl who, you know, 6-year-olds, man, like they're not going to let you have a schedule.
Nah, I hear that. I don't got no kids, but I hear that.
It's the best, man. It's the best, dude.
Shoot.
She's the best. I love her to death. But at the same time,
does she watch wrestling with you?
Yeah, hell yeah. She watches wrestling with me. Big Roman Reigns fan, number one. The tribal chief. She's a big Rhea Ripley fan. She does watch wrestling. LA Knight. She'll go, LA Knight, yeah.
Man.
And then she'll go, let me talk to you.
Let me talk to you.
She loves wrestling, man. It's so cool to share that with her. Wrestling and Legos, those are our things.
And you said you're going to WrestleMania?
I am, dude. So went last year. Yep. So this is a fun story, dude. This is a real fun story. My brother and I. So I have a brother. I have 2 brothers. One's 2 years younger than me. Same mom and dad. I have a brother who's 10 years younger than me. Different dads. Right? That brother, his name is Marcus. Him and I, WrestleMania in Vegas last year. I'm like, we're going. Never been to Mania. It's in Vegas. I love Vegas. Anyone that knows me knows I love Vegas. That is my place.
We're all going. Forget it.
I love Vegas. And I'm like, I'm going.
Oh, you're the guy I need to go with. You and Andrew did.
Dude, you go with Drew and I. Yeah. Like, you're going to have a good time.
Okay, bad. Duly noted.
So we go and we go grab breakfast and we're walking and I see these dudes dressed up. Right. And I'm like, I got to go say what's up to these guys. Like, one's dressed as the Macho Man, one's dressed as Undertaker, one's dressed as Kane, one's dressed as Hollywood Hogan. And then the other one was dressed as Big Boss Man, maybe. Maybe he was something else that night. But we get to rapping with them as we're walking down the strip. Cold ones in hand. Rapping about wrestling, rapping about their story. They go to Mania every year, dressed up.
That's awesome.
They've gotten... Dude, they've been on huge podcasts. They've been on WWE, or gotten backstage with WWE. Like,
just
such a fun story, dude. Diehards.
Amazing.
And they're just these grown dudes from like Arizona who every year go to Mania and just go dress up as superstars.
That's so dope,
right?
Man.
So we hang out with them before, walking the entire way. I become their photographer. In the sense that all these people want to take pictures with them. And so I'm like, yeah, I'll take it for you.
For sure.
Boom, the whole way. Right? Link up with them afterwards. We just developed this connection with these dudes. Hung out with them for 2 days.
Blaine.
Right?
What?
During Mania. So now, as we're all getting ready to depart after Mania, they're like, hey, you guys got to come with us next year and dress up with us.
Oh, no.
So we're like legit in these dudes' group now. We have a Facebook group together, right? We're legit a part of their crew. We're all going to Mania, right? I'm dressing up as Mankind, Mick Foley's Mankind on night 1.
I thought you were going to be Stone Cold.
I'm being Stone Cold on night 2. I'm being Stone Cold on night 2.
You know, it's just at the ball.
Yeah,
head,
dude.
so you know.
I'm being Stone Cold on night 2. But here's how cool that the wrestling thing, so many people are going to say it's fake and it's all this. One, physically, it's real.
Thank you. You taking a bump.
It is real.
You
dude.
taking hits.
Those bumps are no joke. All right. Anyone who questions it, go look up JD McDonough, right? Head injury. Dude does a moonsault off the ropes towards the announcer's desk.
Okay.
Snaps his head against the announcer's desk. Damn near broke his neck. Big time bump.
Is that why McDonough was out for a while? Okay.
Yeah. So he did some serious damage, right? That stuff is real. It's scripted in the sense that the results and all that stuff are all determined.
I don't even think about it.
No, because here's the deal. It's a suspension of reality for us. Like, I'm going to go home after this and I'm going to throw on Monday Night Raw because we're on the road to WrestleMania.
It is Monday. I'm going to do
It's
that.
Monday night, right? It's the road to WrestleMania. I'm going to go throw it on. And we got a playoff game coming and I got to go to work tomorrow and I got practice tomorrow. I got all this stuff. And for an hour and a half, because I'll fast forward through a bunch of stuff. Mm-hmm. For an hour and a half, I ain't going to think about, I'm just going to just suspend reality and just be in that wrestling world.
Thank you. Absolutely.
Right?
It's key.
If you have never been to a live wrestling show, go. Anybody. That community is so welcoming and so friendly and so tight-knit, dude. I've never seen anything like it.
Blaine, it's amazing.
It's amazing. And so now we're buddies with these 6 guys in Arizona. This is how cool it is, right? One of them in the group says 3-time coach of the year. Damn, you're a big deal. That evolved into, I send them the link to our playoff game this past Friday night. They all went to one of those dudes' houses, all 6 of them, in a garage, bought Thurston gear, rushed it, and were watching our playoff game in their garage, sending us videos of them live reacting to what was happening in our playoff game.
See there, that's what's up.
Dude, family. That's the wrestling community, is it's a family.
Absolutely.
And if I wasn't into wrestling and not into WrestleMania or anything like that, I wouldn't have met these 6 awesome dudes in Arizona who have unconditionally supported me in my journey and our team's journey from however many thousand miles away.
From thousands.
Dude,
absolutely. That's so cool.
It's the best, man.
I saw a funny video. They were in the club and they put on Mark Henry song.
Yeah.
Somebody gonna get their ass kicked.
Yeah.
That whole club.
Everyone knows it, dude. Everyone knows it, right? Like John Cena, dude.
Oh,
you can walk down the street and anybody knows what you're doing, dude.
It's amazing.
Like it's such a cool just suspension of reality for people.
What's a match that you wish you would have seen in person?
John Cena, CM Punk, Money in the Bank. I think it was 2014 in Chicago.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Punk is a Chicago guy. It's Cena is like the baby face of the company at this point.
Super
right?
Cena, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And Punk's the hometown guy. He's feuding with Vince McMahon at the time.
Man.
His contract is up at midnight that night. The place goes absolutely bananas for CM Punk, who's the bad guy in WWE at that point. And they boo the ever-loving ish out of John Cena. And it's a true road match. It's an incredible match. And Punk ends up winning the title at the end and blows a kiss to Vince McMahon and runs through the crowd and takes the belt out of WWE. Insane atmosphere. Right. If I had a runner up, it would be John Cena, ECW One Night Stand versus Rob Van Dam.
Oh my God. That's a good one. That's a good one.
That's a deep pull for sure. I
got to go Taker, Shawn Michaels, Arizona.
Absolutely.
The second one.
Yeah.
When Shawn wore the white.
Yep.
Oh,
yep. And he came in on the zip. Was that when he came in on the zip line?
I think so.
Yeah.
I won't forget. I was in high school. I think I was a junior or senior. And I remember me and my dad talked about going, and God, I wish we just figured it out, because I just look back. Taker's my favorite of all time.
Okay, so, dude, I almost pulled the trigger. I guess this one would have to be up there too. Is Roman, Cody, WrestleMania 41, Philly.
That was up there.
When all those dudes came in, and then dong, and the lights drop, and it's freaking The Rock's staring down the Taker in the ring.
The only person that could take the
oh my God, dude. And we were gonna go, man. We were like, dude, do I go to Marcus and I were like, do we go to Philly? Do we go to Philly? And I'm like, nah, man, it's in Vegas next year. Let's go next year. I still remember where I was when that happened. We were driving home. We saw Tom Segura at the Moda Center.
Okay.
Big stand-up comedy guy as well.
Hey, me too.
Yep.
Me too. Saw Chappelle back in December. Loved it.
Yep. You know who Jay Farrow is?
Yep. Jay Farrow.
Saw Jay Farrow at Olsen Run like a month and a half ago.
Olsen Run's pulling some people.
Big time.
Yeah.
Big time. Cool venue. They've done a lot of really cool stuff and a lot of really talented people coming through there. If you haven't checked out Olsen Run, check it out.
No, I'm going to tap in with you because I love some stand-up.
It's incredible, bro.
I love Aries Spears.
Yeah. Dude. And that's another thing about stand-up, right? Is like for a little bit you get to suspend that reality.
Yeah.
And it's like you just get to go laugh at someone else.
Exactly.
Talking some funny shit.
Just talking, having fun.
Yeah, man. And it brings so many different people from so many different backgrounds together.
Thank you.
So
okay, I'm about to tap in with you with some of this. This is cool. We got a lot of in common. So that's cool.
Yeah, it's fun. So these are all things that I do just to try to like declutter my brain.
I feel that.
Because, you know, my job requires a lot of brain power and a lot of decisions. Obviously, coaching does as well. Yeah. And so it's like I got to have things where like I can go home and throw something on and not think.
Absolutely.
I know you and Sterling were talking about movies and all this stuff.
Yeah, right? Movies too. Movies. I love going to a theater and just I do engulf in it. Yeah, I love it.
You go by yourself? You go to the movie solo guy?
It's been a while, man. Yeah. It's been a while. Fortunately, blessed with some good people in my life. Yep. Like if it's a big movie, we're usually taking up 2 rows. Everyone knows. Hit Desmond. Desmond gets the tickets. Call it good. So my movie points be going up. They'd be like, what? But dude, it's been a while.
Dude, I'll never forget Infinity War.
Amazing.
Right?
Amazing.
I'm pretty sure it was Keishan at the end of Infinity War was like pissed and ripped his shirt because I saw him. We were at the same theater at the same movie.
Oh yes,
right. And the snap, and everyone fades away, and like Keishan was pissed. Bruh. Rips his shirt, dude. And I was like, oh, it was awesome,
man. That's what makes a good movie. It's been a while since I was like, what just happened?
Yeah,
I was literally confused.
You think anything like that's going to happen again? Anything as polarizing as the Avengers and that whole like 10-year lead up to that, dude?
They have a shot with, I think, Doom.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say no because what you just said, 10-year lead up, 12, 13-year lead up.
Yeah.
You got to build that and then drop the hammer. You can't say, oh, we messed up these past years, COVID years, and then go, but we got this. I think it'll be great. But
I don't know if there's ever been anything like it.
I don't know.
Talk about captivating so many different people from so many different walks of life, and then bringing them all together for the culmination of so many people's childhood and comic loving existence, nostalgia. Dude.
And Thanos was amazing. I'm a big Thanos fan, man. So I don't know. I think they got to build up, but we'll see. I mean, maybe Dr. Doom comes in and I'm like, oh, damn, this is.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Yeah. But I mean, who's going to like think about the Avengers, right? Like Captain America, Thor, Iron Man. Like I know they're talking about, the new Avengers and who the next ones are. And it's like, but they're the classics, dude.
That's the OGs.
The OGs.
That's why they're coming back.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
That's why they're coming back.
I am super stoked for Doom.
I mean, I'll be there first night.
I can't wait to go watch that.
Yeah, it's going to be fire.
It's going to be awesome. But the movie thing, like to get back to that, I'm like, I love movies, but it has to be stuff that I'm different than you guys in the sense that I can't think too much because I feel like I use so much of my brain every day that like when I go home and watch a movie, I just want it to be entertaining.
Gotcha.
Just entertain me. Yeah. That's what I want.
Watch, what did I watch the other night? War Machine.
Okay.
Yeah. Watch it. That was actually pretty good.
All right.
Don't get me wrong. I love me a good action movie or just whatever. I definitely will take that in.
You know what movie I've been really liking right now? I've watched it a couple times in the last couple months. The Formula One movie.
I have not seen that. I'm going to have to watch it.
Just entertaining. And I'm an F1 guy. I love F1.
Right.
Got into F1 years ago. Lewis Hamilton guy right here.
Okay.
Right. But I love racing and that, like, I have a wheel for my PS5 at home and everything, and love racing and all that stuff. And
that's what I love, seeing what we doing outside of the grind, because you deal with a lot of people. That's a lot of energy. You got to decompress, man. I know you're using brain power, but that's a lot of energies coming through.
Yeah. You gotta just go. I have like 300 hours on Gran Turismo. Right. College football, play that a lot. Some 2K, not a lot. But video games, movies, just try to find stuff that's not too deep or anything like that. Just to
have fun and live.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
God, you got to,
Yeah, and so Legos are like that. Hanging out with my daughter, all that fun stuff.
There you go.
Wrestling.
Well, Blaine, we get into the end, man. Any last things you want to say? Any advice you want to give? Whatever you want to throw out.
So, I thought about this, and I was like, I just want to leave with some words of wisdom for this crazy world we live in.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
And I'm going to bring it back to watching something. You seen Ted Lasso?
Yes. It's been a while, but
my favorite show of all time.
Okay.
Coach, inspirational. Like, I love inspirational speaking type stuff. Like, I guess if I could go do anything else outside of what I already do, I would be a traveling like motivational, inspirational speaker. I love speaking in front of crowds and to people.
There you
right?
go.
So I brought this quote, and we actually talked about it tonight in shop meetings. And I think it's relevant for so many different people in so many different situations of where we're at in life today. So the quote is that I hope either all of us or none of us are judged by the actions we take in our weakest moments, but by the strength we show if and when we're given a second chance.
There we go.
Right?
There we
and
go.
So for like anyone out there, like when you're judging somebody or coming down on somebody, think about that person. They're a person. They have a life. You don't always know what's going on in it. So don't judge them. Like, seek to understand what's going on. And if that's their weakest moment, don't let that define them to you. Don't judge someone by their weakest moment. Give them a chance. Give them forgiveness.
Absolutely.
Help them grow.
Absolutely.
Judge them by if and how they grow and the person they are after that product of growth. Right? And I say that because I've made a lot of mistakes in my time and in my day. I was standing in front of 100 of our people tonight, and I said that quote and said, hey, raise your hand if you're perfect. And not one person raised their hand, because ain't none of us perfect, and none of us are going to be. We're all going to make mistakes. But if we're judged by the mistakes we make in our weakest moments, none of us are very good at all. Instead, show people grace, give people forgiveness, help them grow, and then judge them.
There we go.
The person that sits in front of you and talks to you today is the product of grace, forgiveness, and growth. Right? I've made a lot of mistakes in my time. I was given those opportunities to do those things, and the person I am today is because of the growth from those mistakes. And that's been kind of a consistent theme throughout our whole talk here, is like fail forward. Right? Fail forward.
Absolutely.
Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Learn from those mistakes. But gosh darn it, don't judge people by their mistakes either, especially when they're in their weakest moments.
That part. One of my favorite Bible verses, he without sin cast the first stone.
Absolutely, man.
None of them could throw it.
Nope. It's
fact,
it's the truth.
Man.
It's the truth, man.
We forget that word grace in this world today. Yeah. We forget. We see something here, and I tell people, you can't make people guilty by association. You gotta go shake their hand and see who they are. Yeah. Look them in the eye and feel them. I understand this is a lot of information, but
we're so blessed to live in the age we live in today. This right here, the computing power that this has in our hand is more computing power than mankind has ever had in its hand before. Right? This right here would have to be a city block of servers back in the 60s or 70s, dude. We have more information and technology at our fingertips than ever before, right? But we've forgotten how to interact, how to have conversations like this, how to disconnect and suspend reality, put the phone away, and just talk, good, bad, or indifferent, right? And because we've forgotten all of that, we've lost the ability to have grace. We've lost the ability to forgive. And we've been really quick to judge as people. And there's times when I'm guilty of it. And I have to remind myself, seek to understand. Right?
Exactly.
Seek to understand, man.
Seek to understand.
So I think if anybody takes anything from our time together, I hope it's that they don't judge people on their mistakes and weakest moments. They judge them by how they grow from them.
Absolutely. I love it. Beautiful, man. And Coach, just you a friend to me now. You coming into this area and having conversation out of your busy schedule, that means the world to me, seriously.
Thanks, man.
And these are conversations that need to happen. And I can't wait to have you back, man.
Anytime. Absolutely. Anytime. I live literally right down the street, man.
Dude, now that I know that, it's a wrap.
Anytime, man. But not just that, but anytime you need help with anything or you need to get connected with somebody, like I'm so appreciative of just who you are as a person and what you do for people and the platform. And dude, I feel like we just started, and I feel like I could go another 3-4 hours.
Good. I love hearing that.
So I'm ultimately so blessed and thankful that you would take the chance and the opportunity to talk to me.
Absolutely.
And I hope we connect again soon, man.
Oh, we will. That was my sign at prime time, so we good.
Love it.
All right, Coach.
Thanks, brother.
You, man.
Thanks. Nothing but love, buddy.
Let me close this out real quick. Mama, will you hit number 1? And world, that's it. Beautiful conversation with Blaine today. Having a great talk. So I hope y'all tune in, really jump in, subscribe, comment, show some love. And hey, best of luck to you and your team this weekend coming up, man. Real talk. And you guys, let us know what's up. Hug your loved ones. Stay blessed. We out of here. Peace.